the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 4-1, and it's because Baker Mayfield just continues to be an absolute stud down there in Florida as the starting quarterback of the Buccaneers. 4-1. Baker Mayfield has 4 game-winning drives. Very safe to say that they are not getting it done without him and just his incredible ability to extend plays. He's not the best athlete in the world, not as athletic as, Lamar, or I don't think he's athletic as Patrick Mahomes, definitely not as athletic as a guy like Josh Allen, but he's just so tough and he's so competitive that he just consistently finds a way to find a way. Banged up offensive line, doesn't matter. Baker Mayfield's just arguably having the best year of his career after having the best year of his career last year. So just an incredible, incredible player. The resurrection story. I don't really want to talk about that. I just want to talk about Baker Mayfield and how he's thrown for 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And he's doing all of this with an incredibly banged-up roster. And it's why he should be the MVP of the league to start the season. Like when you look at the offense, Bucky Irving didn't play against Seattle. Mike Evans didn't play against Seattle. He's missed their last 2 games. Chris Godwin Jr. started the year hurt. Starting left tackle Tristan Wirfs, one of the best in the NFL, started the year hurt. And then when those guys were about to come back, what happened? Starting right guard, Cody Mock gets hurt. Right tackle, Luke, I'm going to butcher his name, so I apologize. Luke Godicki, maybe Godick, I don't know. But they're starting right tackle. You get the point. All these guys banged up. It hasn't mattered. All that the Buccaneers have done or score points, and all that Baker Mayfield has done is make every single play that he's needed to make in every game that they've played thus far, except for the game against Philly, and they almost came back and won that game. So it's a really good, high-powered offense, and they can run the ball between Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. They can go between the tackles. They can run it outside the tackles, and then you throw in Baker Mayfield's ability to scramble. He's got 19 carries for 144 yards this year. Pretty impressive. So I really like the 1-2 punch at running back. Hard not to like Baker Mayfield's legs on top of that. And then out at receiver, the crazy thing is they haven't even all played together yet. Like when Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin Jr., and Mike Evans are all finally able to get onto the field together, I think you'll be hard-pressed to find a better group of 3 in terms of wide receivers on a single team in the NFL. Like, they can all go get it. Emeka Egbuka, a rookie, has been their best receiver to start the year. I mean, this guy, he's got to be in the league for Offensive Rookie of the Year right now. I mean, the dude's got 25 receptions for 445 yards through 5 games. Really impressive, everything we're seeing him do. And, once again, Mike Evans has missed the last 2 games. Chris Godwin Jr. has played in the last 2, so he's still trying to get his legs underneath him. When they're all 3 healthy, I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see what they do. I'm assuming they'll keep Emeka Egbuka out wide, and they'll play Chris Godwin Jr. in the slot a little bit more. I understand that Godwin has been around longer, but Emeka Egbuka through these first 5 weeks is 1,000% earned to play more than, however much the number 3 wide receiver is going to play. And so once those guys get healthy, the offense is going to be better. If the offensive line ever gets healthy, then it's going to be better, right? They're missing their starting right guard and right tackle right now. So it's just a really high-powered offense that's clicking right now, even with all of the injuries. And then you go look at the defense. And there's a lot of good players on this defense that I like. Vita Vea still getting it done, man. Still getting it done. Leading them in sacks with 2. That's a problem. We'll come back to that here in a second. I like the secondary. I like Antoine Winfield Jr. I like Zion McCollum. They're starting right corner. They've got issues at left corner. Both Jamal Dean and Benjamin Morrison have both been out. But when those guys come back, you're obviously going to like a buck in your secondary even more that held Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles completionless in the second half of their game. I like Jacob Parrish at nickel as well. So I like the back end of the defense. Levante David's been around a minute, but he's still a really good linebacker. It's like I like players at each level of their defense. The issue that I keep coming back to with Tampa Bay, because when the year started, or before the year started, on my radio show, I predicted that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be the 1 seed in the NFC, was met with a ton of pushback just because of the injuries. Now, the one area that is concerning to me is the lack of a pass rush. Vita Vea cannot be your leading sack man through 5 games with only 2 sacks. Hassan Reddick has to be better. 1 sack in 5 games isn't very good. It's just not. Levante David's got 1.5 sacks. It's just like they have to find a way to generate a pass rush, because I really like this team. Obviously, the offense speaks for itself. They've got good players on defense, but when I look at the better teams in the NFC, like when we talk about the Buccaneers winning the NFC, maybe making it to a Super Bowl, like the Rams have a significantly better pass rush than the Buccaneers do. The Eagles have a better pass rush than the Buccaneers do. And I get it. The Rams are 3-2, but I mean, I think you'd be crazy to not think that they're not good. So when you look at the teams that they're going to be competing with, I like their pass rushes a little bit more. So that is the thing. Like Hassan Reddick or someone is going to have to emerge at some point. Logan Hall, maybe, whoever it ends up being. They have to have a pass rusher emerge, because the offense, clicking. Going to be really good all year as long as Baker Mayfield stays healthy. I like the back end of the defense. Once they get healthy, I'll like them even more. I like the linebackers. They just have to find a way to generate a pass rush. And if they do, then we can not only talk about them being the 1 seed in the NFC, we can talk about them maybe winning the NFC and having a chance to probably play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.